TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
A new survey has state officials sounding the alarm as it shows 5,000 high school age students in Minnesota have traded sex for something of value. The findings come after the state added a question about sexual exploitation to the Minnesota Student Survey. Aaron Hissanzadeh reports on where this is happening and who it's most likely to happen to.
We are beginning to be able to count what we were not able to count before, but what we knew was happening.
When Minnesota 9th and 11th graders took their anonymous state surveys last year, 1.4% of them admitted to trading sex for money, food, drugs, a place to stay, or something else. That's 5,000 students, and the researchers say it's likely an undercount.
It's a real wake-up call. This is happening here in Minnesota, and it is harming our young people.
The reported exploitation is happening across the state, with slightly higher rates in northern Minnesota. Boys are just as likely as girls to be abused.
Youth ask me questions like, why do people take advantage of other people?
Jenny Miller works in youth intervention services at the YMCA. She says loneliness can lead to exploitation.
That doesn't discriminate against where you live, what your zip code is, what your race is. We desire connection, and we have to teach young people what healthy connection looks like.
Still, some groups are more vulnerable than others. Transgender, Native American, Black, and Hispanic people reported higher rates of exploitation. Life experiences also play a role. Young people with exposure to correctional facilities, foster homes, and unstable housing reported higher rates of exploitation, proving there's much more work to be done.
But now with this data, we know even more, and we can continue to build and improve our system's response and work to prevent sexual exploitation and human trafficking.
If you or someone you know needs help or is being abused, the Safe Harbor program has services for people ages 24 or younger. The program is a multi-agency initiative that gives young people resources such as housing, education, and mentors to forge healthy lives free from sexual exploitation. For more information, you can call 1-866-223-1111. A Northwood woman has now officially been charged with the murder of a 15-year-old boy. 32-year-old Samantha Wilson is sitting in the Grand Forks County Jail tonight, charged with both murder and contact by bodily fluids on a corrections officer. Both charges are felonies. Police responded to the 200 block of Lander Avenue in Northwood just before 10 o'clock Sunday. We're aware of the name of a boy who missed school today because of what school leaders are calling a tragic accident. However, police have not yet confirmed with us that he is the same boy who died in last night's shooting. Out of respect for the boy's family, we will not be naming him at this time. An investigation is underway after a body was found in the 3000 block of Main Avenue in Fargo. The call came in just before 4 this afternoon of a body in the parking lot of Accent Kitchen and Bath. Sources say it's believed to be an unattended death, but we are waiting for more information to be released. Be sure to check the Valley News Live app for updates on this developing story. One man is in custody after Polk County Sheriff's Department received an anonymous tip on his whereabouts. 29-year-old Jared Ash was taken into custody for multiple warrants after deputies responded to the 600 block of 9th Street Northwest in Foston and found Ash hiding inside an apartment. He is facing 3 felony warrants and an escape from custody charge. After several school bus accidents across the valley, it's now raising concerns about kids' safety. The incidents varied from serious injuries to minor fender benders. So we took a look at how safe the larger school district is in the valley. We found that all buses have surveillance cameras, and they've been a game changer, according to one bus company in Valley City. The cameras not only hold those inside the bus accountable, but also vehicles that don't stop when kids are getting on or off the bus.
We work directly with the police department, and we share a video clip of the bus or the vehicle that passes a school bus stop sign that's extended.
School districts we spoke to say the cameras also allow them to find a child who may have been dropped off at the wrong spot. A warning tonight for snowmobile riders as authorities say crashes are on the rise in Minnesota. A man died over the weekend after rolling his snowmobile in Becker County, bringing the total to 6 deaths in just 2 months. For the last 3 years, the numbers have been increasing from 3 in 2017 to 5 in 2018 and 10 in 2019. Officials are begging riders to be smart as they hit the trails. They say speed, alcohol, and nighttime driving are the three main reasons for the accidents they're seeing.
If you're driving at night, if you're traveling faster than 40 miles an hour, you're actually what they call overriding your headlights, which means by the time you see an object and you're traveling 40 miles an hour or more at night, it's too late to stop. You will hit that object.
Also, remember that in Minnesota, it is required that you have snowmobile safety education if you're born after December 31st, 1976. And it is recommended that everyone, no matter their age, attend a safety course. Today, the National Transportation Safety Board kicked off its investigation into a helicopter crash that killed 9 people, including NBA star Kobe Bryant. The S-76 chopper crashed into a hillside in California Sunday, killing Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others. At a news conference today, NTSB officials said they are investigating a number of factors, including weather. Officials say the accident has a large debris field and noted that the crash impacts so many lives.
Remember that this impacted so many families, and there's husbands that lost their wives, wives lost their husbands, parents lost their children, and vice versa. So it's a tough day for everyone, tough day for the entire world.
NTSB officials say they will be collecting evidence on site for 5 days. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote. Marilyn Artis is marking the event by creating a flying art project called Her Flag. She chose one woman from each of the 36 states that ratified the amendment to make the 18 by 26-foot flag. Darby Ness of Minot created the North Dakota portion.
The issue is important to me, and I think that we need to make sure that everybody, no matter what party you're in, needs to have the right to vote, and we need to protect that right as much as possible.
Artists will stitch together Ness's portion of Her Flag Tuesday at 5:30 at the Bismarck Art and Galleries Association.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
All right, we begin with a live look over hazy Fargo, North Dakota. A few flurries flying through our skies as we look in on the runways out at Hector. It's been a gray day again, a soupy day out there, and your high temperature above average. One thing to make note of, though, the average high temperatures for the days are starting to go up. That's right. We've passed that coldest time of the year and we're starting to slowly inch up. And our coldest lows are happening now. Those too will start going in the other direction on their way up by the time we close out this month. Here's a look then at current conditions out at Hector. It's 11. 4 is what it feels like thanks to calm winds to 5-mile-per-hour winds out of the north. And look at those temperatures up there in Langdon, 2 below. Your neighbors on either side of you, though, in the teens. It's also cold there in the Grand Forks area at 0. A few single-digit readings from Lakes Country in towards Bemidji at this hour, 14 in the Goyner area. And visibility greatly reduced here in the Devil's Lake Basin to a 1/4 mile or less in open country. We've just been having pesky problems with that the last several days. A dense fog advisory until the morning hours for that area. And we still have some very light flurries showing up on the radar, and we could likely be seeing them elsewhere, but the radar shoots right over the top of them. It's not showing up too great on the radar display. There's some deeper clouds producing snowflakes in the western Dakotas now. That's what we have to look forward to as we go into your day tomorrow. Our forecast model does pick up pretty nicely on the gray skies and the fog, low clouds as we go through the overnight hours. Most of us will see nothing more than a dusting of snow, but to get things started, the central Dakotas will have some snow development in the day as a warm front pushes through. Notice temperatures out here, well, they're in the 20s while we start our day in the low teens and single digits here in the valley and points east. So we go toward midday, those snow showers will be pressing towards places like Jamestown, Cleveland, Ellendale, all the way up into the Devil's Lake Basin. That's where we'll have a chance at some snowflakes making their way down as we go through the afternoon into your drive time home. And at 6 o'clock, they'll be moving into southeast North Dakota. So we're talking Valley City, all the way out to Tower City and down towards Sisseton, Breckenridge, and Wahpeton. These areas will mainly see a dusting to a 1/2 inch of snow, but isolated locations could certainly pick up 1 inch of snow. Most of the snow showers will stay in our westernmost counties and out of Fargo, although we could see a dusting as we go through the late evening hours with temperatures dropping out of the low 20s. So here's how the day progresses. Starting out near 10, warming to the teens in the morning, then carrying it up into the low 20s for our midday and early afternoon hours. After that, surrendering back into the teens as we head into the evening. Not much in the way of winds in our forecast for your day tomorrow. 16 Grand Forks on your way home from school. 20 in Devil's Lake. Best chance of snow showers. Jamestown right down toward Lisbon and Hankinson for your afternoon. We've warmed up. Look at this. A fly captured by Ray moving around out there. Does that mean mosquitoes are next? I don't know. Okay, we took care of that. Let's take a look at your forecast. Beautiful trees across the valley. A lot of photos shared of the hoarfrost that's been taking place. Jim, thanks for uploading your photo. Here is a look at your forecast for Wednesday. More of the same, 22, clouds, gray, soupy conditions. That continues into Thursday as well with a flake or two. And as a warm front pushes in Friday through the weekend, we'll see a good shot at some 30-degree weather. That's when Punxsutawney Phil, wakes up for his one day of meteorological fame, forecasts whatever he forecasts. But I can tell you what, it's certainly looking like it's going to be a long winter here with all the deep snow that we have.
I sense a little resentment about Phil.
We're not best friends. We don't hang out at the coffee shop before and after work, but, I don't dislike him.
Right. He's got a good gig.
He has a really good gig.
Yeah. Once a year.
One
Big
day
bonus.
a year. Yeah.
All right, later on Valley News